Good morning, guys. I know I look crazy. I'm wearing the Vanish Acne Scars pumpkin mask mixed with their oil because my skin is feeling just deprived of moisture, and I wanted to just help get rid of some of the um, acne scarring and dryness and stuff. So this mask is like hydrating and smoothing, but it's exfoliating at the same time. And then I just added some of the oil for like extra hydration because my skin's been peeling and just really dry from all the acne medicine I use. And my acne's been clearing up, besides like one blemish here and one blemish there, whatever. But it's also, my skin's drying out because of all the medicine. So last night I didn't put any of the acne medicine. I just used coconut oil in my skin, and it really made a difference. So now I'm using this mask, and then I'll put some more coconut oil. So that's what I'm doing. It is like 8:30. I've been up since 8, which is so early for me. I usually wake up at 9:30. The fucking people upstairs are already making fucking noise. So annoying. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know how I've been in the struggle with these people upstairs. It has just been horrible. I mean, the cops came, and basically at the end of the day, there's no solution. Like, we just have to move because no one is helping us, and I just feel crazy. Like, basically the story, if you don't know, these people moved in a year ago, literally November, a year ago. And when they moved in, they made so much noise the night that they moved in. It was like, I had never heard that much noise in my entire life. So, we complained because it was like ridiculous, and it was like 11 o'clock at night they were making this noise. So, of course the super is like, oh, they're moving in, they're gonna make noise. Of course, they're moving in furniture. Give them a week, to move in their furniture, whatever, whatever. So we're like, fine. The noise goes on forever. We're like, wow, this is really crazy. Meanwhile, I've had like 2 parties in this apartment, and I got so much shit for having a party here for Antonio's birthday last year, or 2 years ago. For his 30th birthday, I threw a surprise party for him, and there was only like 25 people here, and nobody was even making that much noise. Nobody was screaming. Nobody was like wild drunk. It was not that kind of party. Everybody was sitting, eating, talking, drinking. It was not 21-year-old party. It was 30 party. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to a 30-year-old's birthday party, it's not going to be the same as like a 21-year-old's party. At least for me. Like, we're not crazy party people. So anyway, I got so much shit for having that party, and I was like, wow, this is so fucked up. Like, I pay rent here and I can't even throw a fucking party, but fine. I never throw a party again, and I never even play music now. Like, I just try to be as quiet as possible because I don't want to be a problem tenant. Like, I don't want people to not like me, and not that I care about being friends with my neighbors, I just don't want to be disliked. I rather walk into my building and see my neighbors and be like, hi, good morning, or, good evening, or what's up with you? How are you? How you doing? Like, a lot of the people in my building talk to us because we're really nice, and like, we just have good relationships with the people in the building. The people upstairs are the only people that we have a problem with. So anyway, they moved in. A week or 2 goes by. By the time they've been here for a month, the noise would not stop. So I complained to the super. I'm like, this is ridiculous. They don't need a month to move in furniture. The noise is just constant all the time. And I told him, it sounds like little kids are running. It sounds like kids are jumping. It sounds like balls are being thrown and bounced. he's like, no, they don't have kids. They told me they don't have kids. They don't have kids on the lease. They don't live with kids. No kids, no kids, no kids, no kids. He told me so many fucking times that I thought I was insane, because I'm like, I know what kids sound like. You can hear them screaming. I can hear the basketball being bounced. I can hear them running around. The sound of kids running is not the same as an adult walking. It's just not the fucking same. Like, everyone knows it's not the same. So then, this goes on for months. I'm complaining to the super. I'm complaining to the landlord. And so I get to the point where I can't take it anymore. No one's helping me, so I bang on the ceiling. These people bang back so many times and so hard. It was ridiculous. You would not believe the way they banged back, like if I was torturing them and banging was the way out of it. That's how they bang back. Like, I bang like boom boom, like, hey, please, like, be quiet, you know? And they were like boom 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 boom, like banging back like you would not believe. Like, the way they react is so intense and so nasty. Like, you can just sense their attitude, how nasty it is, by the way they act and the way they react to stuff. And that went on like a couple times. They did that. Then it got to the point where I told Antonio, go upstairs and talk to these people, please. I cannot take this noise anymore. It doesn't matter what I do, they just retaliate. Because what I started doing was, like, whenever they would be really loud, I would play music really loud so that I could just drown out the sound and I could just retaliate to them. Like, you're gonna be loud, I'm gonna be loud. So I would play music, and then they would be louder when I started playing music. So it was like they knew I was trying to drown them out, and they'd be louder on purpose. Like, these people are psycho. So he went up there a few times and they wouldn't open the door. There was a couple times they opened the door and they were like, oh, papi, look, we cleaning, or whatever. Like, they tried to act like they weren't making that much noise. But then as it escalated, they didn't answer the door anymore. They started banging on the door from the inside. So he would be on the outside, they would bang on the door from the inside, and then they started screaming at him in Spanish, you know, asshole, fuck you, who the fuck you think you are, I'm gonna call the police, carajo, coño, puñeta, you know, que jodienda, diablo, abusador, like all these things in Spanish, like just nasty, horrible things. They would just scream and scream and scream at him. And after that, it was like they never opened the door again. They just took it to another level where it was just like, I'm gonna curse you out, I'm gonna bang on the door. They're just so nasty. So now it's been a year. I've talked to the super. I've talked to the landlord. The landlord has said that he has talked to them, and nothing changes. So a couple weeks ago, it just got really, really bad. I banged up there. They banged back like the hardest banging you've ever heard in your life. So I was pissed, and I was like, you know what? I can't take it anymore. I went up there. I banged on their door. I made the letters and the numbers of their door fall off. That's how hard I banged. They didn't open the door. They just started screaming and from the inside of their apartment and banging on their door so that it would bang on our side. You know what I'm saying? Screaming at me, saying, who is it? And I was like, you know who it is. This is all in Spanish. I'm like, you know who it is. But guys, when I tell you I was so angry, I mean, she made the ghetto of me really come out. I don't really ever get that mad. I don't ever really fight. I don't ever really get into anything in the street. Like, that's just not my personality. But when someone takes me there and I have to get that way, I can get very nasty. So I was all the way turned up. I mean, it was to the point that I don't even really remember everything I said. I just remember a few things. I just remember being so angry. And so she's screaming at me and saying all these terrible things, and I'm saying right back to them. I'm saying it right back to her. She was like, abusadora. I was like, no, you're the abusadora. And I just started screaming back to them, and I was just so pissed. They never opened the door. It was horrible. So then we hear the guy in the background, oh, we're going to call the police, we're going to call the police. And I was like, please call them. I've been dying for them to come, because every time I call, they never come, because that's the truth. I have called 311 multiple times, and I told them, can you bring the cops here, because I know that you're not supposed to call 911 for a noise complaint. 911 is for emergencies, not for noise complaints, not for fights with your neighbors. So I called 311, and they patched me, and I told the lady, I said, I cannot take this anymore. This was couple months ago, I guess, a couple weeks ago, whatever. I had called 311. They told me they were going to call the cops, that the cops were going to come, you know, as a noise complaint, escalation or whatever. I waited for hours. The cops never fucking came. They never came. They never came. So, then, you know, so cut to these people upstairs. They call the cops. The fucking cops come. Because they probably called 911, and they probably made it seem real dramatic, because these are people who use their age, even though they're not old, they're in their 50s or early 60s, they're more than capable of being loud and being nasty, and they're not old to the point that their bodies are wasting away. Like, these are people who could still watch kids and run after kids. They're more than capable, but they play the victim. So they call the cops. The cops come to my apartment, and they bang on the door like if they're going to arrest me. Long story short, I just told the cops off. Like, I have no fear. I went to John Jay. I have a degree from John Jay, which is where all the cops go to school. I learned about all my rights, and I learned about cops. And I will be damned if a cop is going to try to scare me, like, if I don't know my rights. Because I'm not the one. And I make sure that they know that every time they come to my door, anytime I have any interaction with cops, I always let them know I have a degree from John Jay, because you have to. I do that because I have to protect myself so that I don't get played. Because the truth is, a lot of people don't know their rights. People don't know that cops are not allowed to search your bag. You know, you go to the subway in Times Square, and the cops have their whole little setup where they make people think that they're allowed to go through your bags. They're not allowed to do that. That's not their right. Your right is to privacy. You don't just walk up to someone and look through their shit, cop or not. You know, like, there's things that people don't know, that they have rights, you know. So I always let the cops know, like, I have a degree. I'm an educated person. Like, I'm not a dumbass person. You're going to respect me, and you're going to treat me with respect. You're going to treat me like a citizen, and you're going to give me my rights. The cop was so nasty to me. She was a woman. She was talking to me like a freaking hoodlum girl. Like, she was just talking to me like she thought she was so on top of the world. And I don't like that attitude. I don't care what your job is. I don't care who you are. Do not talk down to me. Do not talk to me with an attitude. She was talking to me like a snotty ass man. Like, you're a female. Don't talk to me like that. So she's like, well, they pay rent. What do you propose they do? What do you think the solution is? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, and I pay rent too. So what do you think the solution is on my end? You know what I'm saying? Like, these people do not stop. And when I call the cops, nobody came. But they call the cops, and you guys come. Do they have connections I don't know about? I literally said that because I was so annoyed. Like, I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. Like, the times that I've called the cops, nobody fucking comes. But then they call the cops, and y'all send 8 people. Literally, my hallway was full of cops. And I'm just looking over there like, why there's so many cops here? Like, we didn't do nothing to these people. I went up there to talk to them, and they escalated it by cursing and yelling and banging on the door like animals, like savages. But then they want to call the cops and act like the victim. It's fucking 8 in the morning, and these people are already up yelling, making noise, banging on shit. Like, I don't understand. So, of course, they play the victim role. Oh, it doesn't matter what we do. If we clean, they complain. And all we do is come home and watch TV. We don't do anything, which is not true at all. If you're cleaning at noon, of course, no one can say anything. But these people, they clean at 8 in the morning, and then they're banging, throwing the broom on the floor, throwing shit on the floor. Then the kids come over. The kids are bouncing balls and running around. You cannot do that in an apartment. You cannot do that. I'm telling you, if you live in an apartment and you do that to people, you're fucked up. You are not supposed to be running around, bouncing balls, cleaning at midnight, 8 in the morning. There are quiet times. From 10 to 10, it's supposed to be quiet. You're not supposed to be up at 6, 7, 8 in the morning throwing things, bouncing things, cleaning, banging on stuff. That is wrong. Everyone is entitled to peace. Everyone is entitled to living comfortably. And if you're doing all that shit and making noise for the people under you or next to you or whatever, you're a fucked up person. That is not right. And what kills me is that if the floors are not sturdy, if the walls are thin, if everybody can hear everything, then everyone who lives here should be fully aware of that. The landlord should let everybody know that it's loud, that you can hear everything everyone does, and that you should do your best to be quiet. Period. You should let everyone know. You should not just be like, oh, well, you've got to stop it. No, let them know why. Tell them. Look, you gotta relax. The walls are thin. The floors are thin. Like, it just bothers me because me and Antonio are such good people. Like, I have cried about this so much because it's like we try so hard to be good tenants, to be nice. You know, if ever the super or anyone complains to us, we stopped exactly that moment. Whatever it is, oh, the music is too loud, I would stop playing music automatically. Oh, you can't do this, stop doing that. Oh, you can't, like, anything anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just bothers me so much that I've tried so hard to be a good tenant, to be a nice person, thinking that good trumps evil, and that, you know, at the end of the day, I'll be rewarded for trying to be a good person. And obviously that's not true. So, I know I rambled on for a long time, but it is Vlogmas. So, today is Tuesday. I said Thursday. As of right now, I don't have anything super planned, because I have shot a lot in the last few days. So, I would like to take a break today and kind of just lay in bed all day. I don't know. So I'm going to make some toast because I'm in the mood for toast right now. And then I'm going to make the bed. And I've been practicing my flan. I already made 2. And the first time, the actual custard of it stayed together and the sauce was too hard. And then the second time, the sauce was good, but the actual custard fell apart. Flan and cheesecake are really hard to make. Like, people think that they're easy, but they're not. The softer, creamier desserts are actually harder because there's more delicacy with them. So that's the plan. Okay, I'm tired. I really should just like try to go back to sleep. But so I've been watching YouTube videos and just relaxing because I was just really tired. Like, I didn't sleep enough, so I was just like resting my body and stuff. You know, when you don't sleep enough, your heart starts pounding. You just feel like really just dead inside. That's how I was feeling. I was just feeling terrible. Like, my heart was pounding. I just wasn't rested. So my plan is I'm going to start another YouTube channel where I'm going to put my Vlogmas videos there from now on. And it's going to be like a vlog channel for me and Antonio. So I think that we're going to do Vlogmas on the new channel. And I will also be doing like relationship videos with me and him and putting them on that channel. So it's going to be more like me and his channel. So I don't know what I'm going to name it yet, but it's going to be like a relationship channel for him and I. So I'll let you guys know the link and everything when I'm done. So you can go subscribe there so you can continue watching Vlogmas. So that's the plan. I'm going to do that now. And I have to get up Vlogmas from yesterday because it's almost noon and I haven't because I was being lazy. So I'm going to do that now. So I'm setting up the table so I can do some work right now. So I usually will like make sure that the table's clean and clear so I can be focused. And then I'm gonna put my twisted peppermint candle because like I said, the peppermint is really like refreshing and you wake up flawless. Oh, update, Antonio fixed the chandelier. So remember this one was like hanging super low. So he fixed it, so now it looks brand new again. He used a special type of glue. Alright guys, I made the vlog channel for us. So this is what it's called, Mr. and Mrs. Glam. Really easy, just type it into Google, no periods, no nothing. I just wanted something simple that would, you know, that would let you know that it's Gabriella Glamor's channel. So I wanted glam in there, but I wanted it to still be me and him. So I thought Mr. and Mrs. Glam is perfect. How was your day?
It was okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say stupid again.
I don't know, maybe if I relax, I would say stupid.
I missed you.
I miss you too.
Don't lie to me.
15 seems excessive.
How are you doing, baby?
A regular person, relaxing. Just be able
Relaxing. And I made some spaghetti. It looks so gross because it's dark in here. But it was actually delicious. All I did was, literally, it's so easy to make this. Just obviously boil your spaghetti. And then in another pot, you're going to have your sauce. And then you're going to have your ground turkey. And then I add salt, pepper, garlic, Italian seasonings, and a little bit of sugar. And it's just like the simplest basic meat sauce. And then just mix it together with the spaghetti. And it's just so delicious. And it's such a simple, easy, kind of like comforting food. Sorry that I didn't record while I was cooking. I wasn't feeling well, so I'm feeling better now. And then I also made another flan. So this is my third attempt. It's been cooling here for about an hour. So I think it came out pretty perfect. I'm not sure about the sugar sauce that it's supposed to have. So this has been my third attempt. I'm gonna pop this in the fridge, and depending on how late I stay up, I'll check on it later to see if it works out. But you'll know by tomorrow. Hope for the best, because I really think that this time I think I made it well. So work on editing some pictures, and also commenting back to the people who watched my vlog from the new channel. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm probably gonna end the vlog here, guys, looking at my flan. I know it's disgusting, but I look like hell, so I'm not gonna show you my face. But I'm probably gonna end the vlog here because we're really just gonna relax. It's already 9 o'clock. So we had dinner, we watched The Flash. I've been working all day and I finally had some time to relax. So I'm just going to spend the rest of the night editing pictures, commenting back to you guys, checking on some more emails, and relaxing. So I'm too ugly. I'm sorry. I literally haven't done anything today. So I think I'm just going to mix yesterday and today's vlog into one video. But right now I'm actually going to make a pizza from scratch. I hope I do it right. Because it's one of those things that you know how to do it. But like every time you do it, you run the risk of it getting fucked up. It's like, it's not the kind of thing that can come out perfect every single time. And like, the first thing I always do is Google a instant pizza recipe, because I just want to make sure that I'm putting all the right amounts of everything, because pizza dough is one of those things that you really want to make sure that you have all the correct amounts of stuff. You don't want to be eyeballing it like you would do with like a regular sauce. Like with sauce, you can do like, you know, as much salt to taste, as much sugar to taste. But with something where you're baking like a cake or a pizza dough, you want to really be precise with the measurements. So I always Google a recipe. So you can see 2 cups flour, 1 tablespoon of yeast, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 2/3 cup lukewarm water. So what I usually do is I'll get my measuring cup out like this. And so I have it on 2/3 cup. It's really important when you're using yeast, which is what you need to make your pizza dough rise. So I'm just using rapid rise instant yeast, fast acting. Have your lukewarm water. You want to make sure that it's very lukewarm. It can't be cold, and definitely not warm or hot to the touch. It has to be super lukewarm, like, because hot water will kill your yeast and cold water will not activate it. So what I will do, this packet is 2 1/4 teaspoon. So 1 tablespoon of yeast is about as much in this packet, give or take. So you will just pour the yeast into that water. And then you just stir it just to get it mixed into the water. You don't have to like stir it for too long. You just want to get it mixed. Automatically it will smell like bread. And then you're going to leave this to foam up. Sorry, you can't even see what I'm doing. So you're just going to stir it up a little bit just to get it mixing into the water. I have my oven preheating and I have my metal pizza pan ready for me to put my dough on. So what I do with my pan is I will just use a little bit of olive oil and just drizzle a little bit on the pan. And I'm just going to use a pastry brush to evenly distribute it on the pan. Because I've ever had pizza from like a really good pizza shop where the crust is like nice and crunchy. The trick is to use cornmeal. So you use fresh, you know, not cooked cornmeal. This is just white cornmeal, so it might not be as yellow as you're used to. So you will just cover the bottom of that pan, and since you have the olive oil, it's going to stick really nicely. So just do a light coating. You don't want to like saturate the pan. You just want it to be like if there was a light snowfall on your pan. So that's what it looks like. If it was yellow cornmeal, it would be yellow. Most of the time you would go to a pizzeria and they'd probably have yellow cornmeal. This is going to really prevent the pizza dough from sticking. Your pizza is really going to cook really nicely. And then the bottom will have that textured, rough crunchiness to it. So that's going to be really good. So I'm just going to set that aside. So I have my flour here. I'm going to use one of these plastic measuring cups. So this is a cup. We need 2 cups of flour. So I'm just going to pop that into my bowl. 1 cup, 2 cups. And then just a little bit extra because I like to make up for the lack of like perfect measurements. And then I'm going to eyeball about a teaspoon of sugar. And then eyeball about a tablespoon of salt. So you can definitely see the difference now. You can see that foamy mixture at the top. All of this is the foam of the yeast mixture. So that's a good sign. So you want to leave it for like 10 minutes just to get foamy and creamy. And that's when it's ready to mix with the dough. So my Sephora package came in. So I'm really excited. I just don't want to open it yet because I want to do a haul video. So I'm just leaving everything that I'm getting to the side. I'm really annoyed though because my Kylie Cosmetics package is taking so long to get here. And it's just frustrating because obviously I want it and I want to do a haul for you guys. And I have everything piling up here. And I don't want to do a haul and then it comes like the next day because I definitely want to include the Kylie palette in the haul for you guys. So I also haven't mentioned this before, but like I got some emails from some companies who have added me to their PR list for like new packages of for new products, to send me packages of new products. So I'm so excited and honored that these companies have added me to their PR lists. I mean, it's just so amazing, like, you know. So anyway, and not to brag or anything, I just feel like to me those are like steps in my career, and it's just like, you know, acknowledgments of my hard work, and it's an accomplishment. So I'm really excited. I'm not going to say which companies because I just want to wait till they actually send me something, and then I'll just show you guys. So, you know, if you follow me on Snapchat, you'll be seeing whatever PR packages I get. So I'm really excited about that. So here's another update on the yeast. You can definitely see how much it has foamed up now. It's crazy. You can definitely see that difference now. Before it was like here, now it's all the way up here. And it's super, super creamy and just really, look at that. Super, super thick and creamy. It's starting to come together like a dough ball. And if you have your fingers nice and oiled, you won't have as much stickiness. So I have my bowl oiled, my ball just in a ball oiled, and I'm gonna leave it in here, and I'm gonna put a towel on top of it, and I'm just gonna set it on top of the stove. Obviously the stove will be off, but my oven is on, so I'm just gonna sit it right up here with the oven on, and then the residual heat of the oven will help it rise. And you can see that it has already doubled in size. You can definitely see if you look back to the last shot before. So it's been like, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I don't know. I made the bed into some other stuff, so I don't know how long it's been, but it has definitely doubled in size. I'm going to leave it a little bit longer. Probably going to wait till Antonio gets home. So that's like another 20-30 minutes. Okay guys, so here's the pizza before it goes in the oven. So I'll just explain to you what I did. It expanded a lot and it was so soft and perfect dough. I'm so proud of myself. So I just spread it out onto my pan. And then what you want to do is use your fingers and create a border so you get a crust. And then you put your fillings inside that so you can visibly see. This will be the crust. So I did half barbecue chicken onion pizza, half ricotta peppers mozzarella pizza. I don't know. I just pretty much use whatever I have on hand as toppings. So this side just has a barbecue sauce with some chicken. It's already cooked chicken, and it's actually smoky barbecue chicken, and it comes like in a pack. And then barbecue sauce, mozzarella, onions, and the chicken. And then on this side is just pasta sauce, mozzarella, green onion, ricotta, Italian seasonings. And then I brush the crust. I brushed it with some butter, olive oil, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning. And then this stuff is actually Parmesan cheese, the chunky looking stuff. It kind of looks like garlic, but it's actually Parmesan cheese. But I put garlic in the mix too, so it's like a buttery olive oil, Parmesan cheese, garlic mixture, and it's gonna get the crust nice and delicious. And this pizza is about to be so lit. I cannot wait to eat it. So I'm putting it in the oven. Bye. So this is what it looks like all done. It is so beautiful looking and professional looking. I'm so proud of myself, babe. This is the best pizza I've ever made. It looks amazing. It's like perfect, and the crust is so just, oh, look at it. It's crunchy but soft at the same time. Oh my god, I'm ready. I figured I'd make this a cooking vlog. Tonight I'm going to be making chicken cordon bleu, but I'm going to be making it kind of like, I don't know, like the ghetto way. I don't really mean it like as in a ghetto, but it's not like the fancy traditional way. I'm pretty much substituting, you know, what I want, what flavors I want, and I'm gonna make a substitute for the white wine because I don't have any white wine. Instead of using ham and Swiss, I'm using turkey. I'm just gonna use mozzarella. And then I'm gonna make green beans again because we have a whole bag here, so I'm just gonna saute them like I did when I made the mashed potato dish. All I did was literally break them in half, snap them in half. You don't have to do that. I just do it so that I get more out of each green bean and put them in a bowl. And then for this, I'm just going to saute that with olive oil or butter and a little salt and whole chicken breast, boneless chicken breast. I'm going to cut this into really, really thin slices. What I'll do now is I'm going to open up my piece of chicken, and then what you're going to do, cut, you layer it onto your chicken like you're making a sandwich. Put some of my cheese in the center, roll it up, making like a little chicken breast burrito. Now I have my plate with flour and breadcrumbs. I have an egg beaten. Take your chicken, you're gonna put it in some of that flour. Then you're gonna put it in the egg, the breadcrumbs. So I just want to say, guys, that I'm sorry that I didn't get to film the rest of my cooking. But if you follow me on Snapchat, then you saw the final result. So it was a chicken cordon bleu. So for my sauce, I did some light orange juice mixture. So it's like one of those juices that's really, really light. It kind of has the same kind of vibe as like a white wine. And then I just added my half and half and then some seasonings, and that makes the sauce. If I do this meal again, I will try to film it again, but I wanted to show you guys what I did film since you guys like watching the cooking. And then after we ate dinner, we just relaxed for the rest of the night. So this will be the end of this vlog. This is like 2 days of footage, so I hope that it makes up for the lack of vlogs. It's really hard to catch up on vlogging, guys, seriously, because like I'm just the kind of person, like, vlogging's never been my main thing, and sometimes I just feel like insecure about vlogging, and then I just kind of get lazy, and I kind of feel bad. So I hope that the long video and the cooking and everything makes up for the lack of vlogs. So I'll see you guys soon with some more footage. All right, thank you, and stay glam.